You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
We need 2 more minutes. We had to restart the whole system because I unplugged it like an idiot. But hopefully you can hear me, but we just need 2 minutes. That's it, 2 minutes.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
this one? Oh, let's see here. Okay, there we go. There's Tara tonight, looking kind of yellow in our light, but there she is with Rex. Let's see. There we go. There's Annabelle. Okay. Thank you guys for bearing with us right now. We are in, it's not really this yellow in this room, it's just my cameras are goofy. And then we should be, boom. Okay, sweet. Okay, there we are. Okay, this is easy. Okay, all right, let's see. There's nearly nowhere to, I'm gonna have to just tweak the camera and stand at a weird angle, look down on you guys. My stream desk is actually, much taller than this, so I'm not used to bending over this much. Let me get some of this stuff. Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're operating with 3 cameras. We are at Shea Terra's, and we really boom. Nope. All right. So Tara is going to be the class cam. No, Tara is going to be. It doesn't matter. Huh. Oh, there's Tara. She is actually under the Bax camera. Oh, there's Amanda. Sweet. Okay, let's get a little bit more of you. There we go. Okay. All right. Light is okay. All right, cool. There I am. Okay, so here's what I thought we would do for class tonight. This just occurred to me when I got here. Again, sorry for the delay. I accidentally unplugged the whole system. I have a brand new mic. It fits me so much better. I hope it sounds okay. I haven't had a chance to tweak it, but I used your donations to buy it. The last one has totally crapped out, so I'm really excited. I didn't get a chance to test it out until right when we went live, and so thank you for your patience. We will be having class Thursday. We're actually going to be doing it from my brother's place, and he wants me to do it from their second-story deck, so we'll see how this goes. Hey, thanks, Jackie. So thanks for your patience with me. The reason I keep showing up, this is a total pain in the ass, but I really don't like to lose momentum, so I want to keep this up as long as I can. As soon as the internet goes back, I will be a very happy person. So I thought what we would do is kind of spur of the moment, is close quarters hooping. Since we are actually in close quarters, the camera angles might make this, like TerraSpace is big, but you know how hooping eats up a lot of people. The math I used to use was that hooping took up, a hooper needed about 100 square feet to really feel comfortable. Most of us don't have that room, so we're going to use some close quarter hooping. All right, so just to speed things up, I'm going to go ahead and jump into Sway since we're thank you, Rita, and thanks everybody for your comments. I haven't been able to get back to everybody on their comments. Hooping Daily, if you're watching this now or later, I saw your comment at the last second, and I'll try to go back in the video and find out what move you were asking me to go over. Do you guys have anything to say before we jump in?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you or? Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, Sarah. I like an idiot. I unplugged. Well, I'm not an idiot, but I unplugged the system in my rash to understand. So Tara's put Rex away, so we're going to go ahead and jump on the Sway for tonight. Huh. All right. We're going to go a little Sheila Chandra. They're going to go kind of old school. Yeah, this is old. So our sway will have, this song has words, so I'm not going to talk so much during this sway, but if you haven't done this before, we just move any way you want. I'll probably say just enough into the mic so that YouTube doesn't take us down. You guys are going to have to watch me sway.
Like a desert bloom, I sit at your feet.
Oh, actually, you can kind of see both of you there.
Like a desert bloom, I sit at your feet, trolling for raindrops.
Audible breath in.
To fall from your lips, to fall from your lips, waiting to be awoken and born by your calling, waiting to be awoken and born by your calling, and waiting.
Let me know if the volumes are okay. Audible breath in.
The blood red lullabies rocking my throat.
One of my favorite connection games that I ever was introduced to. I was introduced at a festival. And it was hosted by one of my dear sisters, Srimati. And she's had us sit across from any stranger, almost knee to knee, facing each other. And the exercise was that from the beginning, from the moment she said go to the moment she said stop, that the person across from you would ask, "Who are you?" And you would give a statement, and then they would say, no matter what you said, they would say, "Who are you?" And it only took 3 or 4 "Who are yous" before you really started to get even just to the surface of who you really are. Audible breath in. Tonight, in this way, I invite you to the query of who are you? To imagine saying yourself to someone over and over. Who are you? I'm a hoop teacher. Who are you? I'm the son of David Baxter. Who are you?
And I ride the waves
Who are you?
of each deathly breath, of each deathly breath.
Audible breath in. Who are you? Maybe one of those answers can be, I'm a conscious breather.
Like a desert bloom, I sit at your feet.
I'm someone trying to bring peace.
And I ride the waves of of each deathly breath,
Audible breath in.
of each deathly breath, waiting to be awoken and born by your calling, waiting to be awoken and born by your calling. I'm waiting.
Nice. Okay. Oops. Wait a minute. I don't really think of that as a kind of a chill song, but after that last one, it sort of seemed like the get down. Okay, you can grab your hoops, and Tara, we're done with the unfun for Rex time. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So okay, good. I am super happy with this mic. It sounds so much better. Or it doesn't, I don't know if it sounds better, but it fits so much better. That last mic was horrible. I would never recommend. I know Rita or somebody asked me, like, would you recommend it? And I definitely would not recommend that that mic to anyone. I barely had it 2 years, and I only used it in front of you guys, and it died. Okay. All right, so I thought we'd start with some point technique, and my hoop is in the back of my truck. All right. All right, I'm going to use your pink one, but wow. No, it's okay. Wow, this is awesome. My new mic, it is a Samsung, but it is an Airline 99, not the horrible Airline 88. Okay. Somebody just Venmo'd me. Thank you. Oh, nice, Sarah. That's so great. Cool. If you feel like sharing one of your answers, that would be awesome. Okay, so the pink shows up great. Thanks, y'all. Really appreciate that. It's too hot to turn. Okay, so I thought what we would do tonight is for our cramp quarters class is GUI point contact, because that kind of feeds on some of the other stuff that we've been doing the last few weeks. I was not able to put up an HD version of the last class because I don't have internet. I forgot that when I was telling you I would. Oh, I don't want to hoop with another hoop in front of my hoop. I'm monohoop. I am a monohoop person. I am someone who heals. Nice. Okay. All right. So Tara, GUI contact is what I was thinking about. GUI contact point, but it doesn't have to be point. It could be samurai or whatever. But it's good close quarters hooping because the hoop is staying close to you. Hopefully, you have at least this amount of room. And we'll go ahead and start it, and I'll sort of try to talk you into more of this. Is this, you want me to get rid of this? It's kind of a flow killer. All right. Oh, no. I didn't mean for you. I thought it was, never mind. All right, I think we're going to have to just lose the chat because it's blocking one of us no matter where I put it. Okay, turn the music up and we'll talk a little bit more about this GUI contact. Breath in. wound up inadvertently doing some research on a class today. I had an idea about a my Dan and a wolf, and to my great pleasure, there are loads of mythic connections between women and wolves. In fact, it's almost cross-cultural. Almost wherever there is a wolf, there is some myth about a woman's connection to it. Audible breath in. Some of you might be tapping into wolf spirit lately, feeling protective rage. Feeling long stares. Audible breath in. Yeah, we can. If you are in cramped quarters and you still want to work out, you can do exactly what Tara and what Ann are already doing. If you want strength, you can do long balances like Ann's doing right now. If you want cardio, you can bend into your knees like Tara's been doing and turn, even in close quarters. Audible breath in. Okay. A little bit better. Do you have any thoughts, Ann? Okay. Ann says she loves balancing point. I don't know if you guys can hear what's happening here. Okay. Tara, any thoughts, comments? Okay. Actually, we're going to do exactly what Tara is doing right now. And one of the things that you can do in close quarters is isolations and some swings. And I've covered this before, but I'm not maybe the hey, how do you? Is there a way to? Is that better?
That looks better, Tom.
Okay. Is that going up or down? Yeah. Okay, that went up. Okay, cool. Cool. That's Tara's cool ass lamp. Okay. Isolations. So this is me going from in HoopPath what we call near and far. This is called far because my right hand is on the other side of my body. It's on the left side of my body here. So that's far. And if I bring it here, it's near. So that's far, and that's near. Far and near, okay? So if I was doing it with my left hand, it'd be the same thing. Now my left hand, I'm in left near, and this is left far. Left near, left far. And I don't know if I have my bird's eye camera, I'd show you guys, but you see my hand is on the other side. So this is, you could call this like a, or north far, or near far arc, or top arc, or north arc, or whatever. This would be kind of a southern arc from near to far. If you have a mirror, it's great to practice these. I'm kind of using my monitor right now. But isolations are a great thing to, we'll bring some music on so we don't kill the vibe. But hoping you guys are still with me. Usually if there aren't comments, that's a good sign or a bad sign. Oh, I should be here. There we go. Oh. There we go. This is... you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully we're coming in nice and crispy tonight too. Tara's got very good internet. Nice T. So Tara's kind of mixing up swings, samurai swings with isolations. And doing inside and outside. This is one of my favorite isolations, and this is super easy to do, but it's fun. This is just the hand-over-hand isolation. This is rising. And then you can't like follow that around, and you can start to sort of play with it and like sort of pretend it's got momentum. And one thing I recommend is that if you are doing any kind of like, or contact with the core is really helpful. Like just a little bit of contact will help you kind of keep your isolation sort of tight. Just hand walking. And of course this is by reaching up under. So there's loads of things. Oops. There we go. Different angle here. Yeah, go ahead. Ann wants to share. Go ahead, Ann. Okay, Ann is saying that when she learned this from Pokey, who's amazing at isolations. He's like a circus performer. He's bigger than a flow arts performer. And he really recommended going super slow, so it's an idea. I wonder if we could put this one. It almost works. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to make one quick change. Oh, okay, well actually, I'll make the change in a second. Yeah. What's that? Okay, the room wants another song of isolation, so we're just going to stick with that. Rex agreed. So, okay, we're going to do one more song of isolations. The jury has spoken. Okay. Okay. How are you guys feeling?
Great. That was a lot of fun. I loved having the extra time.
Okay. Okay, so we're sticking with our close quarters. So I was thinking we would move to core hooping. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start on some core hooping. And I don't think I want to make this a huge core hooping session. Trying to move your other hand arm when doing isolations. Yep, I did. Yep, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Rita's saying when she's doing the isolation, she's trying to move. Actually, you know what? All right, I want to go back to that, Rita. I'm glad you brought that up because let's before we get into core, let's do one more.
Oh my god.
No, I think we should do one more. Well, not exactly. I want to move the other hand, and I'm going to keep the music kind of down at first. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay. So this is what Rita was referencing, and we've talked about this before. But one way, and it makes things a little bit harder, but like it sort of helps ensure perhaps, or makes more likely, right, that you're going to wind up being the badass 80-year-old that, you know, I'm hoping that you will be and that I'll be and hopefully all of us will be, And that is to try to, when you're hooping, to expand your movement out as much as you can. Not necessarily make it big, but what I mean is that every part of the body is aware, right? And so one way to do that is to activate the other hand. And so I want to show you what this can look like, because it doesn't have to be super stressful, like in an isolation. There's a lot of hoopers. Rich is the first person I saw kind of do this, but this is kind of an isolation technique. I've seen Pokey do it. I know he didn't get it from Rich. So I think it's really sort of everywhere. But the idea is that you can sort of try to imagine and sort of develop grip strength at the same time, that like I'm moving, you know, like this is, I'm keeping the hoop in my hand inside the hoop. And I'm just sort of imagining that my like hand magnetism can either reverse poles or align poles or whatever to sort of create movement there. Of course, I can switch hands. And hopefully for you, this is fun to do, but if it's not, you can think about just how good it is for your awareness. Even in something just like, if you have this space, just simple, you know, swishes back and forth, and you can play with that other hand. I am a total nerd deep down, or not really even deep down. I'm a total nerd. So it's easy for me to imagine that I have secret powers in my hands, that I have energy in my hands, that I can like use that energy to stop the hoop and oops, sorry, T. I think this is close quarters. I would count this. All right.
Some habits. I was noticing that, like, centering my hand in the hoop was, you know, it was getting me out of some, like, movement ruts.
Nice.
Like, I'm used to whatever I was doing with the hoop, it's like I was able to kind of move out of my movement ruts.
Nice. I don't know if y'all can hear what Anne's saying. She was saying moving her hand that way was helping her move out of ruts. Movement ruts that she's been in. All right. Do you guys have any questions about anything or any feedback or? Okay, so we are going to do that core song. I just want to do one because I want to sort of talk about one aspect of core hooping when you're limited in space that can really open up some things. Let me know if the mix is still okay. I haven't. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off on the waist. Now, one thing that I like about you know, close quarter hooping. Looks like okay, sweet. All right, this is the camera right here. This is the camera. There we go. Let me see if I can bring it up just a little bit. Okay. Actually, it might look better if we, yeah. Is that better? No. 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 That shot's definitely not better without Tara in it. Did you like it better? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So we're on the waist. Shit. All right. Stop. There we go. I know. I got you. All right, here we go. We're on the waist, close quarter hooping, and I lived in a place that was pretty small. I had to eventually get a bigger space, but just for about 4 months I was trapped in a space where there was just about this much room, about what I'm taking up right now, to hoop in. And at first it was a drag, but then it kind of, the constriction of being able to move all over the place actually helped sort of develop a creativity and a sort of awareness of movement in my feet. And so what I would do, what I invite you to do, you don't have to, is to feel into the rooting of your feet. You don't have to stay rooted, like Tara and Ann are moving a lot behind me. You don't have to stay rooted. But have a couple of moments where you really root into your feet and see if you can, hopefully most of you are good enough, well, you're practiced enough now that you can keep the hoop up while your feet are being rooted. It's a good skill to have. But see, once you get the rhythm of it, see if you can feel the hoop moving. See its momentum, its motion, its weight moving across the 4 pads of your feet. In some order or in some place. If you push with your night side, that's the space behind you, almost everybody will feel their weight shift to their heels some. If you're trying to like push out with the kidneys, like. It doesn't always happen, but a lot of times if you tell someone to just push with just their day side, just their day, their weight will shift more to the front of their feet. And you can, if you allow yourself, your spine just to roll a little bit, like you're spinning, you know, kind of like a button on a string. If you allow your spine to roll just a little bit around, you can feel the current start to roll predictably across your feet, across these foot pads. Then when your feet start to get tight or whatever, you just loosen them up, bring some air to the feet, and then if you want to do this rooted thing, you just move right back into the rooting. Oh, nice. And this can be done, of course, anywhere. You could keep it on the shoulders, you could take it anywhere. I like the waist tubing, it doesn't bore me at all, so I'm going to keep it on the waist. It can be hard to feel it the same way, but you can kind of feel it if you put one foot in front of the other still. You'll just feel it in maybe in a different way. It might be hard to keep like both feet flat and do it. But what close quarter core hooping does for me is it really makes me realize just how micro the movements have to be with my feet for them to really like put a lot of gas on the hoop, to really like bring a lot of oomph on the hoop. And then you can sort of tell, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but Ann and Tara are both, you know, whether they mean to or not, they're putting a little bit of up. And so sometimes it's good to think about that. Like when I lower and come up, that's upward momentum on the hoop. Boom. Right? And of course, you know, I'm over exaggerating it, but just sort of stepping, coming up, boom, boom, boom. this song went by fast. Okay. All right. I actually think that maybe we should do one more chorus song, but this will be it. But I think this would be good for rooted shoulders, which is kind of hard, but we're just going to do it for a second here. We're not going to do the whole song. If you're new to rooted shoulders, if you haven't done it before, it just means that your feet aren't going to move as much. But don't make it frustrating for you, okay? You can learn this. There's a very flowy way to learn this, and that is like if the hoop starts to die on you, just move your feet a little bit, and then you can almost just tell yourself freeze, and just freeze. Now for me, I don't feel the circle as much as I was talking about. This is me trying to like sort of roll and that sort of button on a string thing. Instead, for me with shoulders, I think more about the quarters, like my body being split into quarters where I have 2 front panels and then 2 back panels. Boom, 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 boom. And so what I'm doing is letting my arms loose enough that those paddles can just sort of move as freely and independently as possible. And what I mean by that, like if I'm down here, if I'm in focus fist and everything's tight, I'm restricting the movement of those panels, right? If I keep my hands open, sometimes it even helps to roll your palms up to the sky. It'll sort of open your chest up a little bit. All right, we'll just practice rooted shoulders, and then we'll cool it down and call it a night. Thank you, guys. I know some of you are pretty advanced. You can try angles with rooted shoulders too. Most of the time we do angles where rooted anyway, but you don't have to. But if I wanted to try it, I would just sort of walk myself into earth. Now getting it back from earth to lake is a little bit tricky. And here's what I recommend. I recommend you slowly bring your elbows a little bit out in front of you. Kind of like you would preparing for sky. You bring your elbows a little bit out in front like this. And then you start to roll, do that button on a string thing. And if I want to go into sky like Tara's already doing, I lean back. And then for me, what's helpful is to bring my elbows up. So once I'm back here, instead of my elbows down here, I'm gonna try. There we go, good. And then what I do, this is kind of weird sounding, but I internally rotate because it makes my arms go out. So like when I'm regular shoulder hooping and externally, I kind of internally rotate so that my elbows can then break away from the body. So I'm here, like this is if I was, correct me if I'm wrong, T, but I'm externally rotating, tucking my elbows in, right? But if I internally rotate, that just kind of brings my elbows sort of out. No, this is super geeky stuff, right? Nice. And then what I like to do is watch my hands when I'm learning this. Because my elbows are broken, I can see my hands. They're in front of my face. And if you've got kind of sensitive real estate there, you don't want the hoop to hit. The hoop is not really even hitting my chest very much, right? It's pretty much jumping from arm to arm for me. So it's really not like my chest. It's hitting my chest a little bit, but it's like the top where my collarbones would meet there. So it's not, going across my chest. And this is rooted, and if I want to bring it back down, I kind of do the same thing. I roll that button movement, and then I'm going to go back to my magical powers. I'm going to use my hands. I'm just going to tilt the hoop by just turning my hands down. Push up from night side. It's almost like you're elbowing people behind you. This is close quarter hooping. I guess if you have a really low ceiling. Nice tee. Actually, for those of you watching on replay, Tara's getting left and right and up and down. She's doing it the hard way, but she's getting it. If you watch, her sternum is kind of rolling, right? But her legs are getting her the up and down. And she's making it all, come together. The thing is that nice Ann. Now Ann is doing Ann is more sitting her weight and stepping, kind of doing a crisscross push, like, the pulse comes from your left foot through your right shoulder, from your right foot through your left shoulder. Both are great. Nice. Yeah. Almost every time in shoulder hooping, if your elbows get it's just see if you can create just the smallest amount of like air cushion between your elbows and your core. If they're locked in like this, even if it's just one of them, it tends to deaden things. So if you can get even just a little bit of space, and again, I'm internally rotating my arms, it's pushing my elbows out. See how my elbows are kind of... Okay. Yeah, that's a workout. Okay. Let me make sure we didn't... Hey, Shelly. Okay, cool. We look like birds. Okay. Oh, nice, Manda. Sweet, Jackie. Yeah, thanks, guys. Okay, cool. I'm glad the sound is working out. Thank you. All right, so let's do some chill stuff, and we'll. Well, oops. Okay, there's my mouth. Okay. I think what we'll do while we're warmed up, let's do one kind of balancy song. We'll do about 2 minutes of balance while we're warmed up. Tara doesn't have super low ceilings, but they're not super high, and so this can be good for learning your balance at a different angle. This is close quarters. I think balance is good for close quarters, and I think I'd like to challenge some of you to. I'd like to challenge some of you to go ahead and see if you can start to try hand passes, or going from 2 points to 1 point, 2 point to 1 point. A lot of times people think they're waiting until they can totally master 1 point or 2 point without even trying the other one. And sometimes you don't have to wait that long. You don't have to go in order. Okay. So you can pick your favorite balance, whatever it is. If you don't have a favorite, then I think this one's easier to learn, but some people really find this bow one easier to learn. So either way, this is good. Ann is doing a bow balance right now. Well, Tara just switched to a bow balance, but she was doing it. Yeah, okay. So Tara's in moon, or sun, excuse me. Ann is in bow. Drop my legs to get up under it. Honestly, some of you, where are we? We're this one. We're this one. Okay. Some of you could go ahead and start to try hops, maybe, where you'll just, or if I'm holding the hoop, let's say I'm holding the hoop here, I can try to move my fingers, maybe, or put a little vibration on the hoop. Fresh feeling so light, I could levitate stone light. Gain a whole strand, find a new light. This is smooth climb, keep it ever so smooth like. Gazing at the moonlight, trying to get the moonlight. Never lose sight, sitting on the shroom, man. Watch the old day, letting go of the old life. I'm just trying to soul say. Nice, Shelly. Shelly just wrote that she's finally able to start walking out on the backs of her fingers. Okay. All right. I think we will just
Sitting all alone.
that will definitely get us kicked off. Although I like that song. All right, we'll just call it a night, and we will just do a couple of free hoop songs. Do y'all want super chill or kind of chill? Pretty chill? All right, let's do pretty chill. This is an oldie but goodie.
I hold your heart.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're in the free hoop now. Sweet.
Like the water
Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to do y'all up for one more free Hoopy song. Okay. Amber, thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going a little bit over because we started a little bit over. This is our super chill song. You're welcome, Rita. If I don't connect with you on Thursday, I will definitely be streaming. It'll be a one-camera setup at Shay Andy's house. If you can't make it, though, I wish you a wonderful, beautiful week. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Ann and Tara. And we will see you Thursday.